Is that the group?
Yeah.
It's just started now. Because you've got puppies, you've got special beginners, you've got all sorts going on, haven't you?
Yeah.
This is a call for the best puppies in the Terrier group. Best puppies in the Terrier group, would you make your way to ring 22? And would all best veterans, the best veterans in the Terrier group, would you make your way to ring 20?
So here we are at Bath. We're in the collecting ring. In the main ring at the moment is special beginners, I believe.
With the best of breed, the wire Fox Terrier, make your way to the collecting ring, which is ring 32. That's the best of breed, the wire Fox Terrier. Would you make your way to the collecting ring, which is ring 32.
Christine Hellstrom, the toy group, will be after the Terrier group. There's only two groups today. It's only 3:30 in the afternoon, so it's quite early that they've actually called the Terrier group. And best of breeds are actually gathering here in the collecting ring. So just in the ring at the moment, it's just the end of the special beginners class. And the key thing really at this showground is Wi-Fi, because if anybody knows Bath Dog Show, if here in the UK, we are out in the countryside, on the side of a hill or up a hill, and I'm drawing the Wi-Fi signal from a satellite, which is there, which is quite a long way from this ring. So if by any chance the signal does drop, please do stay with us. So we have a steward puppies, the Terrier puppy group at the moment here, just collecting. Hi Debbie Parks, Pauline Tabron as well. Do stick with us. If by any chance this signal drops, just stay with it, and we hope it should ping back in again. And it's not something that's under our control. So that was a typical situation where the Wi-Fi has dropped. So you literally will have to be patient today. Not an easy situation, as I say, with this Wi-Fi.
Firstly, start with the Airedale Terrier.
Oh no, I knew that. Yeah, we knew that earlier on.
We have the Australian Terrier.
So this is the entry of the Terrier breeds today.
No.
The Boulder Terrier.
Hello, John Connell in Australia. Kathleen Hussain, you might have pressed the wrong button there. There's a famous face, Mr. Jeff Corish, very famous. Warren Bradley, Andrew, or some famous Kerry Terrier handlers are Phil Davis with the Kerry Blue.
The Irish Terrier.
This is her. Look at that, amazing.
The Norwich Terrier.
Good luck, Simon.
Castle Jack Russell Terrier. Scottish Terrier.
Celia Bell, you've absolutely got that right. So if anybody does complain, here's Maria. So if anybody does see any complaints about the broadcast today, please just put them in the picture that it's not anything that's within our command. This is, we will do the best, we'll just leave it running. Yesterday I did run two streams. I don't want to confuse anybody, but we'll see how it goes. Hello, Gail McLean in Nova Scotia. Now, if I just go off the commentary for a short while, I'm just going to pop back to the Our Dog stand. Yes, we do have a stand here. Yes, it is a situation where I've got to cover the stand as well. So I'll be back with you. But I think from here, you will be able to see the judge going over the dogs, any table dogs as well. and you'll certainly see movement from the diagonal at least.
Here we have the Airedale Terrier. Today judged by Mr. Andrew Hunt. He had 23 dogs, making an entry of 24. And his best of breed was 2557, which is a male. Please don't be shy to clap your favourite.
Did you enjoy your trip? There was a bloody crack of it all. We watched it on doing it, go.
Now we have the Australian Terrier. Today judged by Mr. Ken Bartlett. He had 7 dogs, making 7 entries. This is exhibit 2569, which is a male.
Yeah, amazing. Nova Scotia. Actually, it's his first breed. Jackie.
Now we have the Bedlington Terrier. Today judged by Mr. David Shields. He had 34 dogs, making an entry of 37. And this is the best of breed bitch, which is exhibit 2604. Here we have the Boulder Terrier, judged by Mr. Tim Ball today. He had 38 dogs, making an entry of 50. This is his best of breed bitch, number 2639. Here we have the Bull Terrier. Today judged by Mr. Stuart Plain. Had 34 dogs, making an entry of 34. And this is the best of breed 2662, which is a Bichon.
The Toy Group judge. He's making his way to the Crested showroom.
Here we have the Miniature Bull Terrier, again judged by Mr. Stuart Plain. At 17, making an entry of 90. His best of breed is 2687, again a Bichon. Now we have the Cairn Terrier, today judged by Mr. Neil Straw. He had 48 dogs, making an entry of 52, and this is the best of breed male, 2717. Now we have the Crested Terrier, today judged by Mrs. Jill P. Had 28 dogs, making 28 entries. This is your best of breed male, number 2776. Here we have the Dundee Dinmont Terrier. Today judged by Mr. Jeff Roswell. And 20 dogs, making an entry of 21. This is best of breed male, number 2797. Here we have the Smooth Fox Terrier. Today judged by Mrs. Jill P. And 23 dogs, making an entry of 24. This best of breed is number 2824. It's a male.
First call, please, store. Best of breed winners in the Toy group. The collecting rings 31 and 32. First call, best of breed winners in the Toy group. The collecting rings 31 and 32.
Now we have the Fox Terrier. Today judged by Mr. Peter Julian. We had an entry of 22 dogs, making 25. And the best of breed is the bitch number 2839. Terrier. Today just by Mr. Stuart Payne. 5 dogs making an entry of 5. This is his best of breed male, number 2849. Now we have the Irish Terrier, judged by Mr. Jeff Horswell. We have 33 entered, making an entry of 35. His best breed is the bitch, number 2857. Now we have the Jack Russell. Today judged by Mr. Craig Standard. And 37 dogs making an entry of 38. His best breed is the bitch, number 2922.
Yes.
Blue Terrier, judged by Mr. Ken Bartlett, 11 dogs, this is the best breed male, number 2929. Now we have the Lakeland Terrier, judged by Mr. Jeff Horswell. 10 entered. His best breed is the male, number 2929. today judged by Mr. Craig Scanlon. Best 80, dogs entered, making 20. His best breed is the male, number 2964. Now we have the Norfolk Terrier, judged by Mr. David Shields. We had 38 dogs entered, making an entry of 45. His best breed is the male, number 3003.
There's a Bichon Frise.
Do you want another one? Do you want another one? Especially with well, I'll put four up.
Here we have the Norwich Terrier, judged today by Mr. Neil Straw. 18 dogs entered, making an entry of 20. His best breed is the male, number 3011.
Yes, yeah.
Now we have the Castle Russell Terrier, today judged by Mr. Best breed is the male, 3061.
Thank you.
Now we have the Cavalier Terrier, judged by Mrs. Jenny Miller. 18 dogs making an entry of 18. Best breed was the bitch number 3109.
Sorry, I'm in a dream.
Now we have the
Good afternoon, Rachel Barney. Susan Seabridge likes the Sky, which is owned by Simon Wincup. Also has American Cocker Spaniels. I think that is the second ticket for that Sky today. So if you've just joined, as Raymond Gaydon has, and Linda Mawson, and Anne Adu, and Rachel Barney again. Hello Celia Bell, Michelle Leyland. We're watching the Terrier Group at Bath Championship Show. If you're watching from overseas, I always like to hear where you're watching from. I know we have people watching in Nova Scotia, in Canada. Luciano Vasani is watching, so where's Luciano Vasani watching from? I would guess Italy. Charlotte Dolgano spotted the sun coming out, which is all very well, but it does give a fair bit of backlighting, so you just have to bear with the Celia Bell. I'm not commenting on that last comment. Lois Wilson, I'm very happy that you're sitting at home with your feet up whilst I'm working. You have a nice cup of tea. And hello Michelle from Cyprus, Michelle Bus, and Jacinta from Queensland. Caroline says hi to my friend Nick, who's watching in Texas. Absolutely brilliant. Lee Stodham says it's a wonderful ring. But they do spend a lot of time keeping the grass in good order here. Nobody uses this showground at any other time of the year. It is just kept for Bath Show. So it's obviously very level. Hello Jenny in Ireland. Kada Mila Fulcher, Jenny Goodenarben, Anke Wolf, Deutschland, Germany.
Now we have the Staffordshire Terrier.
And Henrik Harland. Hey, Sweden.
She had 30 dogs.
Graham Hill. Graham Hill, you were correct in your assessment today of who was dressed up as Spider-Man. It certainly wasn't me. Hello, sunny Swansea. Fabulous down there for Fall Birch. Lisa Mullins says, go H. Who's H? Please feel free also to share this. Cristiano Silva da Rosa, thank you for your kind comments. Where are you watching from? Steve Landon in South Africa, Jackie in Johannesburg. Absolutely brilliant. Wow, what an international group you are today. And Lee Studholme's watching in Great Yarmouth. Well, words fail me, Lee. What can I say? If I do go quiet at any time, it's just because I'm just checking the stream just on my iPad, which is on the table just behind me. Jimmy Johnson, good afternoon. Gerda van Empel in Holland. We have the Dutchies watching. Jeanette Wildig. I've seen your daughter Sophia. I think she was in the... Our dog, Storybud. What on earth's that? Perry Burnside, yes. Ireland does count as overseas.
Best of breed is the male, number 3198.
On the table as well, coming now is the Westie, Maria Burns, lady who won Best in Show at Crufts a few years ago. Hendrix is the soft-coated Wheaton. Hello Helen from Bakewell, glad to hear your goddaughter was safe in that accident yesterday. Somebody's cooking Sunday dinner, which reminds me that today is Sunday, because this show normally is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but we're not even halfway through the show yet. It's also going to be running on Monday and Tuesday.
Lastly, we have the West Highland White Terrier, today judged by Mr. Richard Allen. He had 37, making an entry of 37, and this is his best of breed male, number 3213. Mrs. Cannon will now consider the rest for a shortlist. So out for further consideration is the Australian Terrier. The smooth Fox Terrier.
Right, it's time for the shortlist, which you can see in front of you. Manchester Terrier, Kerry Blue, the Norfolk, the Sealyham. You can probably hear the commentator. The Welsh Terriers come out, the Sealyham. So congratulations to all the best of breed winners who are now leaving the ring. Right behind me, they are collecting for the toy group. So if you also like toys, you can stay with it. I'm not doing a break at all. John Scanlon, the judge, I think it's his first group. He's just getting a little bit of instruction from our main ring steward, Jackie Wormsley. Very famous. Hello, Hiroshi Toida, who I guess is watching from Japan. Only a
The
guess.
Australian Terrier. Please do give them get your support behind them.
So I'm glad the commentator's encouraging people to clap, because
2569.
it can be a bit sterile if people don't clap.
The Smooth Fox Terrier.
It's handled by Warren Bradley from South Wales, a very well-known terrier handler.
All best of breed winners in the toy group.
Karen Shields is waiting for toys. Well, they're right behind me. How exciting.
Toy group.
Do share this, please. Share it to any groups that you might be in. Terrier group, Facebook group or toy group.
All best puppies in the toy group. Best puppies in the toy group. Make your way to ring.
Now, unfortunately, I can't show you the puppies. Well, I could actually. I could set up a separate live stream as long as it wouldn't confuse people, because the puppies and the veterans are actually being shown in a separate ring.
A Manchester Terrier.
So let's have a 1, 2, 3, 4.
2964.
Mandy Saunders give us the Kerry, the Welsh, the Smooth. Julie likes the Jack Russell.
The Norfolk Terrier.
This is Martin Phillips with the Norfolk Terrier.
003.
As I said earlier on, some well-known handlers. So they're just the two groups here today from Bath. So get sharing if you want any friends to see the groups today.
The Sealyham Terrier. Number 3109.
I'm not going to move. Normally I like to have a little walk around, say hello to some of the exhibitors, but with the Wi-Fi being just that bit tricky, I ain't moving. Good afternoon, Mr. Richard Lemon, Best in Show winner at South of England, at East of England, Utility Group winner at Leeds. This is what you might call a split decision between you all here. Some people like the Kerry, some people like the Jack Russell.
We're ready for the boards.
So this is your opportunity. I think the Jack Russell's going to be in the shake, and so is the
And the winner of
Norfolk,
the Terrier
and
group
so
of
will be the Smooth Fox
2021
Terrier. Those three of mine, at least.
is
So the winner of the group is just checking again, John Scanlon. Going one last look down the line. Afternoon, Richard. It's going to be the Welsh.
Terrier. Number 3198.
So second place is going to be the Kerry.
Second is the Kerry Blue Terrier.
So I got one of those at least. Third is the Smooth. That's another of mine.
Third,
And what was the other one? I don't know whether I gave you a fourth one. The Jack Russell.
fourth is the Jack Russell Terrier. Number 2922.
So there you go.
Thank you very much for the rest.
Hope you picked some winners there yourselves.
And our president will now come in, make a presentation.
So
of
the
rosettes.
president, Chris, presenting the rosettes here. Some of the shows have not been handing them out with all the COVID regulations. Mandy Saunders, are you available for group judging? 2 out of 4 for Lillian Poulsen. They will have a lap of honour. There'll be one
Are you
photograph.
ready, Snow? Quick round, lap of honour, please.
So Lynn Snow takes the Welsh Terrier round with Phil Davis in second spot. All well-known handlers. Warren Bradley with the Smooth Fox Terrier.
The Smooth Fox Terrier and the Jack Russell Terrier. A big round of applause, please, for our group judge, Mr. John Scanlon.
So I'm not going to make any break, as I warned earlier on.
Photograph will just be first, and the
First for the photographs.
will be outside, please.
So just stay with us, and then all you toy dog lovers, it's going to take place immediately. They're all gathered behind me. Group 1 and 2 belong to Phil. Well, I think the Kerry Blue is actually owned by Andrew Birch, if it's the same dog. One that he won at Leeds as well. Anybody wants to correct that or pass on any other additional information, feel free. Celia, I've hardly moved. I'm rooted to the spot. Occasionally I pick the tripod up a little bit like this. I don't actually move. Let me say this is the Terrier group behind us here, the toy group. Now we've got Sigurd Wilberg, who's wandered into the collecting as he often does. and I think he's looking for his smooth Fox Terrier, which is handled by Warren Bradley. Hello Tony Borton, Phyllis Borelli. So if anybody does want to see the toy breeds, they are right behind me here. Affenpinscher, the Bichon, Carol Ramsey, correct. They're both bred by Phil, but I don't think he doesn't own the one of them at least. So if anybody recognises any friends here in the toy group, feel free to share to their page or any other groups you might belong to. Thankfully the rain stopped. We did have a fairly heavy burst. Yes, Wales. A lot of Welsh involvement there as well. So the ring's being cleared now. The Terriers are awaiting the arrival of the toy group. Did you enjoy that, John? You can watch it all back again on the Our Dogs live stream later on. I said you can watch it all back later on. It's on the Our Dogs live stream. Don't forget to send your report to Our Dogs. Right. They're both bred by Phil and the Welsh is owned by Phil. Thank you, Julie, for that background. Kimru and anything, whatever that means, Hugh Morris. I know it means Welsh. It's Welsh. Good luck, Shelder Hornby, somebody has just said here. Shelder is here with the smooth coat Chihuahua. Marianne Hogan has won Best of Breed in Cavaliers. I'm not moving, but the dogs will be coming in shortly, right here.
So we're ready to start the toy group. To invite the judge into the ring, Mr. Carl Sparrow, escorted by our secretary, Mr. Lee Cox.
Mrs. Hogan.
So,
I know. Sorry, the way man.
we have the Affenpinscher.
There should be some applause again. Come on, folks, let's have some applause.
Bolognese. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Long-coated Chihuahua. The smooth-coated Chihuahua. The Chinese Crested. The Cotton de Terrier. The English Toy Terrier. The Bichon Frise. The Havanese, the Italian Greyhound, the Japanese Chin, the King Charles Spaniel, the Launchin Dog, the Maltese, the Miniature Pinscher, the Papillon, the Pekingese, the Pomeranian, the Pug, the Yorkshire Terrier, and the Russian Toy Terrier.
The Yorkshire Terrier, I didn't even see a Yorkshire Terrier. Is there a Yorkshire Terrier? The Yorkshire Terrier. Okay, so there you have the toy group entering the ring here at Bath, second day at Bath, as I've explained earlier on. So it's a good time to share this group. If anybody is friends with anybody in toys or anybody who knows any of the best of breed winners, good afternoon, Vicky Mitchell. We've missed you on your sharing, super sharer. No, I didn't think there was a Yorkshire Terrier, Alison, either.
First to be considered is the Affenpinscher. Judged today by Mr. David Cavalier. He had 40 dogs, making an entry of 46. His best of breed was the male, number 1568. Now we have the Bichon Frise. Today judged by Mr. Stuart Mallard, and 31 dogs, making an entry of 33. And this is the best of breed bitch, number 1603. We have the Bolognese, judged by Mr. Mervyn Evans. He had 12, making an entry of 12, and this is his best of breed bitch, number 1632.
So our judge today is Mr. Carl Sparrow from Manchester. I'm speaking very quietly because I'm literally right by the judge's table here. Rachel Inch, I will do that. I just had to go and check something on the iPad. How about that? On it, Janet Cowell. On it. Margaret Montgomery, you've tried to block somebody. Jenny Bowie, yes, I'm moving the camera now. If anybody can block the spammers, please feel free to do so.
Now we have the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
We've got a table right in the way there. But
103 dogs making
so if anybody could message Kerry Rushby or Paul Scanlon,
78.
they are administrators of the Our Dogs page. They could block that gentleman. Good luck from Barcelona, from Phil Shirley. Right, I'm just going to jump on my iPad and just try and find this spammer. You should get most of the table judging and the movement from this position.
Now we have the long-coated Chihuahua, judged by Mr. Jonathan Daltrey. He had 61, making an entry of 73. This is his best of breed bitch, number 1788. Now we have the smooth-coated Chihuahua, judged by Mr. Tim Ball. He had 58 dogs, making an entry of 71, and this is his best of breed bitch, number 1841.
To find it.
Now we have the Chinese Crested, today judged by Mr. David Guy. Had 37 dogs, making an entry of 43. This is his best of breed bitch, number 1880. Now we have the Toy Terrier, judged by Mr. Mervyn Evans. He had 28 dogs, making with an entry of 30, and this is his best of breed male, number 1934.
Celia Bell, yes, the Crested was very happy in the collecting ring as well. Thankfully the sun's gone in behind us because there's less backlighting when that happens. The judge Carl Sparrow is actually using the gel in between each dog, of course. Just away for a few minutes while I was checking on my iPad whether I could block the spammer. So we'll have to have a look at that after. So if anybody could message Paul Scanlon in Ireland or Kerry Rushby in the UK, they're admins of this site, so they could do it. Marco Marabotto, where are you watching from? I don't particularly want to move from this spot. I don't want to use the dreaded
Here we have the English Toy
words
Terrier,
about Wi-Fi.
judged by Mr. Tony Alcock. He had 37 dogs with an entry of 40, and this is his best of breed male, number 1956.
So the ETT, the breed judging was by Tony Alcock, who's chairman of the English Kennel Club, the British Kennel Club, the Kennel Club. Lorraine O'Neill, don't tempt fate. The judge just said to me he's got the cleanest hands in the world. Michelle, I ain't moving an inch. Good afternoon, Ken Morgan Stanley. I ain't moving. Jackie. I'll have to look back afterwards. Sarah Herbert, she's happy she can't see the spammer. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Mark Fairclough as well. Good afternoon to you, one of our regulars. Please do share the live stream though. Share the joy, everybody.
Judged by Mr. Sigurd Wilberg. He had 27 dogs, making an entry of 28. This is his best of breed male, number 1995.
We're watching the Griffon. If you've just joined us, we're at Bath Championship Dog Show, and just north of Bath, in a place called Bannerdown Fields. Sunday afternoon, it had a rain during the day, but the ground's very good. As you can see, the Best in Show tent here is well covered, but there's no sides on the tent, obviously because of the COVID situation, to keep fresh air moving around. Hello, Margaret Teague in North Wales. Thank you for sharing, Margaret. Do keep those thumbs up and likes and hearts going for any particular dog you like. It's always good to see those going through as well. Now this will be the last, I think, the last classes you'll be able to see today. It just depends. I said that yesterday, then they brought the special beginners in at the end. Nice to know it's sunny in Manchester. Janet Callan is the remaining dogs that need to be seen. Committee member here, Jackie Walmsley. You would recognise Jackie because she's also runs the iDog stand at a number of shows. She'll be down at Bournemouth
Now we have the
and
Habaneris.
Paynton, probably.
Today judged by Miss Lucy Mottram. She had 23 dogs with an entry of 24, and this is her best of breed male, number 2022.
On the commentary is Julian Barney, one of the committee members. Good afternoon, Doreen McAlane. Jackie, have you heard about Ruth's catalogue? Ruth's catalogue's disappeared off the table.
I told her to speak to Leo Bill. Unless John took it. Didn't pick it up, did he?
looking at the Italian Greyhound. The exhibitors being asked to display the dentition of the dog, the teeth, the mouth. Toril Undheim, where are you watching from, Toril? Don't worry, Vicky, we're glad you're here with us now. Super sharer. But the groups are very early. It's just coming up to 20 to 5 here in the UK. At Leeds last week, they had puppies and veterans following the main groups in the main ring. So, for example, on Sunday we had pastoral working in Terrier, which is the equivalent of nine groups, even though some were prejudged.
Now we have the Italian Greyhound, judged by Mr. Rob Wheeler. He had 13 dogs, making an entry of 34. His best of breed was the bitch, number 2065.
Good morning, Honolulu. Puna Bell has just joined us from Hawaii, one of our long distance viewers, if you like. Yes, good point, Celia. But I don't know whether it's a rule or just a current sort of practice asking the exhibitors to show the teeth of the dogs. Francine Kelly, what's the difference? Oh, of course, you're talking about the FCI grouping. Thank you, Celia Bell. You've got it. You're a bunkerette, so you know all about Aloha Puna. Aloha Puna. Japanese chin on the table now. Got his first or second ticket today. Exhibitor Craig. Try not to zoom in too much, just purely because of the problem we have with the light.
Now we have the Japanese chin, today judged by Mr. Jeff Horswell. He had 57 with an entry of 58, and this is his best of breed bitch, number 2122.
Lots of thumbs up and likes for the Japanese chin, thank you. Hello from sunny Crew, Isabel Schoenville. Fiona, another of our regular bunkerettes, Aloha Puna Bell. So Puna Bell, the magazine that we've been talking about, the international magazine from Our Dogs, is available on the Our Dogs stand, and we are posting copies to you as promised. So this judge, again, just as Puna said there, the owner, although this particular dog doesn't want his teeth to be looked at, is the responsibility in this instance of the exhibitor. Margaret Whitehead, answer to your question. The puppy groups have either been judged or are currently being judged in the other ring over there. So unless I cut myself in half or go and stick another phone on a tripod or something, we can't show you the puppy groups. Hello, Raymond O'Neill in Ireland. As Vicky Mitchell says, this is the adult toy group. It's our handler
Now we have the King Charles
from Germany.
Today judged by Mrs. Claire Champion. She had 30 dogs, making an entry of 34. This is the best of breed male, number 2123.
Hello, Keith Rimmer in Liverpool. Liverpool and Honolulu, what's your choice? Thank you, Margaret. It's the choice. I think this is why they've managed to get the groups on very early here at Bath. Because the special beginners, the veterans, the puppies, I think you can just see a little bit of activity just over there, but this is more or less the end of the judging for day 2 here at Bath. So Jackie Darnell, yes, you missed the Terriers, but once this live stream is over, I post this on the main Our Dogs page and on Vince Hogan page, the Our Dogs Bunker page, Our Dogs International, all of those, and you can watch the Terriers all the way through. both groups are just, they're running concurrently. Terriers, then toys. And just hello Stefan Scala, where are you watching from? Leah Gallagher, Kade Emila Folger, Donegal in Ireland. Michelle Buss, I think the committee are aware of that, so they are moving people, if a puppy has got best of breed, into the main ring.
He had 24 dogs, making an entry of 24, and this is his best of breed bitch, number 2177.
It's another breed judged by Tony Alcock, chairman of the Kennel Club. Just off the microphone for a couple of minutes.
Now we have the Maltese. Well, round of applause, I think. Again judged by Mr. Tony Alcock. He had 8, making entry of 11, and this is his best of breed male. Number 2186. Village, Hinsham. Judged by Mr. Stuart Mallard. 30 dogs making an entry of 32, and this is his best of breed male, number 2208.
So it's a big group for Carl Sparrow to go over. Quite a few more dogs still to see before he makes a shortlist. See about 4 or 5 still to come after the Papillon. Some interesting comments there about the Maltese, who was obviously in love with the judge. And I agree with somebody who said it's good not to have cardboard cutout dogs. Francine Kerry, yes, it's one of those testers, that, isn't it? You know, it's almost like you want to give it the place because it's been a bit of fun, and it's still having a bit of fun over there with the owner on the far side, turning circles, a little bit like the Crested was obviously a happy little dog as well.
By Mr. Gordon Urquhart.
Papillon just moving away there from Judge Carl Sparrow, while the Pekingese is on the table, shown by Mr. Bert Easton, who last week himself was the best in show judge at Leeds District Canine Association, where he put the Gordon Setter up to best in show. Lots of thumbs up for the Papillon. Papillon's judged today by Gordon Urquhart from Hub International, one of the trade stands, a well-known gentleman in the breed, had a very stunning, snazzy butterfly shirt on. Lots of people seem to like the peak here. James Burns, the Terrier group is over, but once I've posted this live stream on the Our Dogs page, you'll be able to watch it all over again. You lucky man. Phil Shirley likes the outline of the Pap. Hello, Louis Davis.
So now we have the Pekingese, judged today by Mr. Rodney Oldham. And 36 dogs making an entry of 40, and this is his best of breed bitch, number 2283.
Pekingese judged today by nice to see we've got nearly 400 people watching the Toy Group live here today. Probably will exceed 400 if we get a few more shares, or people, if you could post this onto any groups or clubs that you belong to. Well, as we have been watching, warning people all day, we are way up on a hillside, and the Wi-Fi is capable of going up and down. It just went down there, so if you just hold on with it, if that happens again, don't do anything, don't touch anything, don't reboot. It's not you, it is the live stream here. Good afternoon, Caroline Rees, who is the Secretary of Welks Championship Show.
73, making an entry of 85.
And Denise Parker, thank you very much for your very nice comments there.
2385.
Means a lot to people who can't get here today at the show. That's always our aim, actually, when we do these live streams. So you feel as if you are part of the show. And I think many UK exhibitors know the atmosphere of a lot of these shows. You know the setup. Although it is slightly different this year here at Bath with the COVID scenario. Just 2 main tents, all open. Everybody's had gazebos in the centre of the showground. A lot of them have been taken down now, just the last remaining ones you can see behind me here. That was a camping site earlier on today. Nearly at the end of the first look at all best of breeds before our judge, Mr. Carl Sparrow, himself in Pomeranians with his wife Julie for many years, exhibiting. How do I know that? Because I used to do their adverts in Our Dogs when I was the advertising manager there. Kim Angela Charman, that's right. My wife doesn't say that sometimes. You have a very calm voice, Vince. Years of experience, Kim, I tell you. Dog shows up and down the country, all over the world.
Now we have the pug. Today, judged by Mrs. Jane Paradise. She had 104, making 119. This is a best of breed male, number 2425.
So the pug's judged by a lady called Jane Paradise. Just trying to remember what breed Jane actually had herself. And it is another naughty one. Go for it. I think Carl's very patient. And then we are literally down to the final dog, the not separately classified. This is a well-known exhibitor because I think she has had the Russian toys at a number of shows. I think I remember seeing her at Leeds a couple of weeks ago, and I think I've also met her in Moscow at shows in Russia. A couple of years since I've done the shows in Moscow. I worked with the RKF, the Russian Kennel Federation. I did the World Show there in 2015 and did quite a few shows ever since. Lady in red.
And lastly, from the import register, judged by Mr. Ron James, is the Russian Toy Terrier. Had 13 dogs with an entry of 19.
So the Russian Toy, the breed was judged by a gentleman called Ron James. Now Ron James is the secretary of Richmond Championship Dog Show, and lots of people have been asking me about schedules for Richmond. Unfortunately, we haven't had. The only schedules we've got on the Our Dog stand for an all-breed general championship show are Birmingham National. Now, we're going to have... Oh, yes, somebody's legged it into the ring. There's a brush, which has come out of the partnership with the Russian Toy. Now, Carl will have, as usual with all the general championship show judges, he'll do a lap around the ring, having a final look. He could very well have decided already, might have even decided his group, but you never know. But he's now looking to make a short list of maybe 7, 8, 9, maybe maximum 10 dogs. Probably about 8, looking at the size of this group. Kelvin, that's a good question. We did ask about the Yorkshire Terrier earlier on. And as Vicky Mitchell says, what do you think 1, 2, 3, 4? Shelley Ward, excellent live stream today, as we had a few issues yesterday, Shelley, all to do with the Wi-Fi. Lorraine likes the Russian Toy. Thanks everybody for sharing. Jane originally had Cavaliers, but now has Chins. Thanks, Ellie. Vicky Mitchell, yes, I'm here all day tomorrow. Feel free to come back. Big thanks to Vicky for helping to share these live streams to many different groups. Christine Murphy's already gone for her top 4. I usually wait till they've done the cut. I think I'd give you the peak. I'll tell you, he'll pull the peak out, he'll pull the Bichon out, he'll pull the Chinese Crested, in my view, in my humble opinion. Probably the Maltese, as somebody said earlier on, just for cheek value. It's probably a lovely dog, so but it had a bit of fun with the judge. So I've picked 4 there. Peak, Maltese, Chinese Crested, Bichon. This is just for the cut. The Japanese Chin I'll bring out, and maybe the King Charles. That's 6. Right, he's back to the start.
So for further consideration,
He's going to make a shortlist. Here we go. And into the ring comes the Affenpinscher and the Bichon. That's one of mine.
Bichon Frise,
The Cavalier, no relation. This is Mary Ann Hogan.
smooth coated Chihuahua,
Oh yes, the smooth coat. I missed that one. The Crested. That's one of mine. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that Carl's pulled out. He's going to bring in the Italian Greyhound. He's gone past 2 of mine. What a shame. He's pulled out. There you go. The Maltese. Who said that earlier on? And also the Pekingese. There you go. That's so. I think I gave you a fair number of those. Just having a look to see whether he's going to pull out any more. And I think that is probably going to be it. Looking at his body language. He's checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Thank you very much to the rest. Give them a big round of applause, everybody.
Now you can give us a 1, 2, 3, 4 in any order. So in my final 4 will be, this is just my humble opinion, Bichon Frise, Chinese Crested, Pekingese, Maltese. They were my original 4. But there again, I could be wrong.
So we're going to see them move again. So off goes the Affenpinscher. Come on, support them, everybody. This is number 1568.
I'm so tempted to move closer to where they watch, but I ain't going to move, folks. Don't worry, not at the critical
The
moment
Bichon
here.
Frise.
Michael
Number
Code,
1603.
extremely well-known handler of toy, well, not just toys, he also handled Kerry Blues and many other breeds as well, but particularly known for the Bichon Frise. Good afternoon, Ellie, Gray and
Cavalier.
Mordecai, how are you?
Number 1678.
The judge, Rosemary Hobson, is Carl Sparrow. He's from the north of England, Manchester area. Together with his wife Julie, had many successful Pomeranians. Another successful exhibitor is smooth-coated Chihuahuas. Shelda Hornby.
1841.
And another gentleman who was judging, I think, was he judging at Leeds? I'm trying to remember, did he do the group, toy group?
The Chinese
think he did.
Crested. Number 1880.
This is Robert Dunlop, I think. Or is it Stuart? I'm only laughing to myself because I always confuse these guys. Stuart Payne and Robert Dunlop. I'm pretty sure that's Robert Dunlop. Anybody got any other background on the dogs?
2065.
Please feel free to add any comments. Marco Marabotto missed the Bichon. In what way do you miss the Bichon, Marco? Yes, Seeley Boss is a very nice judge. Yes, he's very considerate with the dogs, I think.
Number 2186.
It is right. I know it's Robert Ellie, you know. Robert Dunlop. I'll pass on your comments to Carl, the judge, later on, that people have appreciated his considerate judging, shall we say.
And lastly, the Pekingese. Number
And bringing up the
2283.
rear in the final cut is the Peak, being shown and handled by Mr. Bert Easton from Scotland. Now the time here in the UK, as it by my Apple Watch, is 5 o'clock. So this means this is going to be over early, which makes it a bit annoying because I'm booked in at 8 o'clock in a local hotel. Never mind.
Ready for the boards?
So Carl looks pretty certain that he's made his choice. So who's going to be in? I've got Bichon, I've got Chinese Crested, I've got Maltese, I've got Peak. So over to you, Carl
So the
Sparrow.
winner of the toy group at Bath in 2021.
Good afternoon, Paul Harding.
is-
It's a toss-up. He's trying to decide. He's going towards, I think he's going to go to this Chinese Crested. I think he likes it. Yes, he does.
Chinese Crested. Number 1880.
So that's one of mine.
Is the Maltese.
Second is the Maltese. Oh, that'll be another of mine.
2186.
Third would be the Pekingese.
Third is the Pekinese.
I do believe I said that as well.
2283.
And if fourth is the Bichon Frise, oh no, it's going to be the Cavalier.
Fourth is the
All right, well I
Cavalier.
got 75% of those.
Number 1678.
So Pat Salter, I also put the Bichon in there, but he didn't get it.
Mr. Chris Lawrence, I do assume.
Chris
Chris has
Pascal.
probably got aspirations.
So there's your group winner.
We'll present the roses.
Poor old Julian on the commentary, you know, got a few names on. Lizzie, Louisa Morley, good afternoon. Mark
Are you ready?
Fairclough. The Crested was in there and the Maltese, not the Bichon.
Shall we do a lap of honour?
We shall.
Off
We
we
shall
go.
do a lap of honour.
The Chinese Crested. The Maltese.
A very perky little character, that Crested. He was obviously having fun, even in the collecting ring when I was watching earlier on.
And a big round of applause.
So
for our
thank
judge,
you,
Mr.
Vicky.
Carl
You're telling us
Sparrow.
it's utility and hound tomorrow. I'm glad I didn't even know that. Well done, Robert. Don't disappear. I think do a photo here. I think 3 out of 4, Christine. Yes. Steve Caton. Good afternoon. Celia also got 75% correct. I think that's the end of the judging. Now I can see the puppies over there still going. So if anybody is hanging on, don't disappear. I will try. I shall stagger over to where they're judging the toy group, puppy toy group. Well done, Mrs. Hogan. Just to make sure that everybody knows this is not my wife.
No. Hogan is my maiden name.
Alison Walker says, well done, Marianne.
Ah, thank
Okay.
you.
Lots of people watching here as well. You better watch it all back on the Our Dogs live stream later on as well.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. Right, I can still see, I think the puppies are being judged in that far ring over there, so anybody who's still with us, just hold on one sec and I'll do my best to go over there and just get the last of the puppy group judging. Okay, so everybody wanted puppy judging. Just have to give me a second because I've got a lot of equipment to pack away. So fingers crossed that your live feed or the Wi-Fi holds good as I'm moving. I hopefully will be moving closer to where my colleague, who's got a actual satellite dish to pick up the signal, is based. Puppy toy group, yep.
Yes.
Who's the judge? No, Ray Parry, thank you.
E on the end of Ray.
Hello.
Thank you.
Judge is Ray Parry. Looks like we're here in time for a shortlist. So everybody who wanted to see some of the puppy group, toy puppy group here at Bath, you got your wish. So we're in one of the in-out rings here at Bath. There are two major sort of huge tents here. This is the second one. Sarah Herbert, your wish is my command. Carol McKenzie, who's Vera? Fill us in on some of the details. Thank you, Vicky Mitchell, for staying with us. Managed to get over here just to see the final cut of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually, the cut is actually 11, so it's quite a large cut. So here's the Cavalier. I can see a Papillon, the Peak's still here, the Pomeranian's still here. I can see Avril Cortera. Is that the Japanese Chin that was in the main group is here? And probably is that the Maltese as well that was in the adult group? Why, thank you, Sarah, no problem. Now, we have a signal. I don't want to move or get any closer, so let me just try zooming, see whether that makes any difference. Joe Ellis, thank you. And Denise Parker has also said the Chihuahua. Oh yes, so it is, Shelder. She was actually hidden behind that pillar a second ago, I didn't see it. This is Avril Cortera with the Pomeranian. This is bonus time for toy breed lovers. As you can see now, it's turning into a nice evening here in Bath. And there's the Chin that Janet Keller's just mentioned as well. Done very well the last couple of shows. He's really come on. Good afternoon, Fiona Harkness. So there's nearly 250 people stayed on live. We've just finished the adult group here on the second day at Bath Championship Show. Carol Lees, hope you're sharing this. Greetings, Adrienne Collins from Ireland, thank you. Great coverage as always. Garamila Mahagut Island. can say things like that in Gaelic. Cumwil an offig on feast. Things like that. Marilyn Smith, hello. Trisha Page. So, we don't get any boards in this ring. It'll just be the judge, I think, pointing to somebody. And we don't have... Oh yes, we've got rosettes. Oh, Stuart's got the rosette. He's waiting for the final nod here. I think there's a further shortlist here. The Pomeranians come out, the Maltese. Not necessarily in order. We've got, we're looking for a third and fourth. Sorry, I'm just sort of looking the other way. A second ago. Peak has been brought back in. And that is it. So we have 4. There's a further short list of 4. And it appears to be in order. So the Pomeranian wins the toy puppy group. Christine Murphy likes the tape on the floor, saves any flapping. Don't know whether we have a lap of honour here or not. We're having a lap of honour. Yeah, go for it. Some madly enthusiastic cheering there. You could have been louder. So we have Avril winning the group. Stay for a photo, Avril. Yeah. Well, there's an enthusiastic greeting there. Is that Richard? Is that Richard? Richard? Yes. You're getting lots of comments here on the Our Dogs live streams. Somebody's just put up, well done Richard with Joe the ETT. Yeah. Rachel Inch, you know Rachel Inch?
Oh yeah, from Scotland.
Yeah. Just as oh yeah, he's come back on again. Go on.
So this is Joe. So this is out of by my champion boy.
Yep.
And it's out of Zoe Phillips's bitch. So he's 10 months now. And he got the reserve ticket today as well.
I was just going to say, how many shows now since the lockdown has he been
3,
on?
so this is his third show.
Yeah.
So he's had 2 best puppy and breeds, and he's got the reserve ticket today.
Yeah, what was it like having a supporters club with you as well?
It's quite nice, because we're a vulnerable breed, no one ever stays.
Well, you did today.
Long way from
you definitely had some supporters, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I managed to catch the end of that on the Our Dogs stream, so if you want to watch it back,
oh, cool.
you can do, okay. So I might as well stay with it, just for a little bit of... anybody who wants to see the little bit of last minute and atmosphere here at the show. A few of our photographers take. Might help if I don't drop the microphone. Might just try and have a word with Carl Sparrow, the toy group judge, actually. I'll share some pictures with you later, right? Yeah, so Carl Sparrow is here. I'm going to have a quick word with him with a little bit of luck. Toy group judge. Is that the naughty Maltese?
Yeah.
I thought the naughty one. Somebody said, I bet he places that Maltese now.
He's got it, he's my friend.
Well, that's a compliment and a half. Somebody also said it was nice to see dogs with character, not cardboard cutouts. Yes. So there you go.
Well, anybody who knows me knows that, don't they? When we've been under with anything, you know, if it's got spirituality, we're going there.
Yeah, spirit.
Oh yeah. We won't go where with the vitality were.
Is it true you've got the most disinfected hands in Bath?
Definitely. I am telling you, when I go to bed tonight, these are going to glow.
Can I tell you also, you obviously, it's the Our Dogs live stream, it's been watched all over the world. Now, I don't know why they're laughing, because I'm going to give you a compliment. A lot of people said they admired your judging, and it was a very considerate way that you actually judged the dogs. And I don't know why you're laughing, honestly. And gave them all, even that one, a chance.
A very special guy.
Just tell us about the group, Carl, because it was a strong group, and a strong final cut as well that you had.
I think the nice thing is it was fresh.
Yeah.
Because we've been away from the dog scene for 2 years plus, then, you know, it's nice to come and see dogs with no preconceived expectations. You're there.
Yeah.
And what you've got in front of you, you can just make up your own mind. There's nothing on a run, there's nothing on the papers, there's nothing that, you know, other people may have commented to tell you that it's got these virtues. It's nice just to be able to walk in there with the blank canvas and find them for yourself, and I think that's what I enjoyed today.
Unless you were doing the utility group and watching the Tibetan Spaniel. You're not doing the utility group, are you? And I was telling people your background was Pomeranians, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, with Julie.
Yes. Poms, Chihuahuas, we've had Japanese chins, we've bred Tibetan Terriers, we had those off Ken Sinclair, Jack chins we've bred as well.
Right.
Bichons, I've been chairman and president of the Northern and Midland Bichon for a number of years.
There are people watching all over. Somebody says it's 2 a.m. where they're watching, thoroughly enjoyed it. People in Australia, there's even somebody watching in Honolulu, would you believe? So what drew you to the final, the final four, if you like?
Just their performance and the fact they kept it together. You know, at the end of the day, when you do a group, you pray and hope that the dogs that people send through are dogs that, one, you're going to admire, and two, it's having been in groups and won groups, you know that you've got to be at one with your dog and you've got to keep that performance and the performance from your dog at all times, so that whenever the judge is looking at your dog, you've got to make sure that what I see is right. And if that's the case, then for me, those four kept it up, kept looking the part. And, you know, all groups are varied in all the breeds of dogs. You know, we've got our glamour breeds, we've got our smooth breeds, and sometimes we have rarer breeds that maybe have to work a little bit harder. But actually today there was some of those breeds then that I could have considered as well. You know, there was more I could have done.
You actually had some puppies in as well, didn't you?
I did, yeah. The smooth coat was a puppy, and I think the Japanese chin was just out a puppy.
Yeah.
And very nice indeed. But again, the little smooth coat, it wasn't overawed by it, whereas the chin for me probably could have done with it a little bit longer to settle, to get used to a big ring. You know, I've won a group with the puppy, you know, many years ago, so I know what it's like.
We still have 200 people watching live here as well. So can I do you a favour now? Can I ask you to turn gamekeeper, turn poacher, as they say, and just aim that just at me, just for 1 second, because that's the end of the live streams here from Bath, and that was Carl Sparrow, who's just judged the toy group. So we're 3 groups now, and this is Sunday. It's most unusual, this, Carl, isn't it? So we're now going to run into Monday and Tuesday. So this will all be shared on the iDogs live stream. If anybody wants to watch it back, I know Carl's going to be watching for about the next hour and a half. He'll be watching. Susie, are you driving back to Manchester tonight?
No,
the dreaded M5 and M6 from where we drive. Absolutely terrible. So we'll be back tomorrow. So feel free to share the live stream. Come and see me on the iDogs stand if needs be. And a big thank you to Steven Spielberg of the Toy Group world, Mr. Carl Sparrow. Thanks very much indeed, Carl.
Cheers.
Cheers.